Well, anybody who's had a 2004, 5, 6, 7 Town and Country and needed to change the water pump, you probably have seen those videos online. I hope you have. Anyway, it makes it easier. But there's some things they don't do, or they didn't want to show you, or for some reason, about how difficult it is to really get the pump back in. They're good videos, and they show you how difficult it is because you got to leave the pulleys in place and all that, and I hope you do review those. But what I'm going to show you, now that I finished mine, I didn't think to video while I was doing it because I was too frustrated. I'm old school. I've been fixing cars for many years, back when they still had white wall tires. But this is a most unusual design I've ever seen, and you'll see why. And as you can see, not in the best of conditions. I didn't have a heated garage to get into because I had some other projects going. But this is the lovely little place that Chrysler has chosen to stick this water pump right there. And if you notice, that little space between the frame and the pump is not enough to get the pump in or out when the engine is in place. So I fought with it for hours. I was able to get the old pump out easily by breaking the impellers and prying the sucker out. But I decided when it came time to put the new one in, I wouldn't take that chance. It was a simple solution. I put a jack in here underneath with some blocks up against the oil pan to support it. And then came up here, and you see these little 3 bolts right there? Those are the engine mount, where it mounts to the engine from the frame. With the jack supporting it, I pulled those bolts out, lowered the jack till it was about 1.5 inches below, and voila, the pump went out, or actually went back in with little or no trouble. And then, of course, you have to jack it back up so you get some clearance where you can get your hands in to finish putting all the bolts in, which you have to do with fingertips to get them started. I would really like to thank Chrysler Corporation for this wonderful design. But this is the simplest, least frustrating way to do this, by dropping that engine. Of course, if you're up on a rack, it won't make any difference, but if you're at home doing this like I am on jack stands, this is the way to go. Take these 3 bolts out. In order to get to those bolts, all you got to do is drop out this right here, your duct intake from your filter to your manifold. Drop that out of the way, and you can get right to the back bolt. This here will move out of the way, so you can get. I used 2 extensions on a 3/8 drive. Got it up where it was easy to work on. Make your life easier, do it this way.